Go.
Everybody has their go-to to relax, get away, and be free. Some people like alcohol. Some people even like cigarettes, which are both very legal. But what about those that like marijuana? It's been prohibited since the early 1900s, basically after the Mexican Revolution War had ended. But recent studies have shown that it could boost our medicinal purposes and our economical purposes. So why is it still prohibited after all these years? The National Institute on Drug Abuse conducted a national survey on drug use and health in 2013 and discovered that marijuana is the most commonly used illegal drug, and that is according to 19.8 million users that used within the month the survey was conducted. 81% used marijuana within that year, described as within 30 days of the survey, and of that number, 64.7% described that marijuana was the only drug that they used. Cannabis, basically known as marijuana, is still vastly used in many countries legally. The United States is one of the few countries that is essentially stuck with the ideology from when it was first prohibited, not realizing that there are medicinal uses, economical values, and can still be regulated by satisfying those two supplements. So, when I went to Portland the first time that I went to Portland, I stayed in a hotel, and when I stayed in that hotel, the first thing I seen was a sign that basically said you could smoke marijuana, but not in the building. It didn't prohibit it from, like, you can't smoke in here. Absolutely, it was just highly suggested that you weren't to smoke in the hotel for the comfort of others because everybody's coming from different locations, so on and so forth. So it kind of piqued my interest, and I was just kind of like, well, I didn't even know it was legal in the state of Oregon. I thought that it was only legal in Colorado and Washington State. Granted, Washington State and Oregon are close together. I didn't think that it was legal there. So I researched it, and according to CNN Money, a diagram that they produced, there are a total of 4 states in the U.S. that allow recreational use of marijuana. The states are Colorado, Washington State, Oregon, and Alaska. 21 states have it legalized for medicinal purposes only, and the rest of the United States still has it outlawed. Marijuana can be used for medicinal purposes. It can be prescribed in states that have it legalized for pain relief associated with muscle spasms and associated with multiple sclerosis, nausea associated with chemotherapy for treatment, as well as people that have suppressed appetites. Seizures, Crohn's disease, glaucoma, it stops cancer from spreading, and that's according to the research at California Pacific Medical Center in San Francisco in 2007. Recently, there's been a study on migraines and marijuana use. The Economic Times spoke with Dr. Laura Burgelt, PharmD, the Associate Dean from Administration and Operations Professor, Departments of Clinical Pharmacy and Family Medicine at the University of Colorado Skaggs School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences, was the head of that study. The study was conducted over a course of 4 years from the year 2010 to 2014 of 121 subjects. Dr. Bolger is quoted saying, "There was substantial improvement for patients in their ability to function and feel better. After 103 subjects reported a decrease in headaches, with the average amount of migraines for the group dropping from 10.4 to 4.6 headaches a month after medicinal use of marijuana." Dr. Bolger also cautioned people saying, like any drug, marijuana has potential benefits and potential risks. It is important for people to be aware that using medical marijuana can also have adverse effects, which any other medication has. Motrin, Tylenol, you name it, it has a side effect. PTSD has also been in the realm of being studied for medicinal purposes with marijuana. Though there is no scientific evidence, there have been testimonials from veterans and people that have PTSD and have been prescribed marijuana for PTSD. A proposal has been signed by the Department of Health and Human Services to study the effects of its usage. However, it is very slow, obviously, because most states have it outlawed. Along with medicinal use, there's economic benefit from cannabis as well. For example, oil. Hemp seed oil, which derives from cannabis, can be used for making baked goods, putting it into lotion to make your skin soft, put into drinks to add flavoring, and used to light lanterns. The fibers from hemp seed make durable paper and clothes. Building materials such as bricks also can be used to make fuel, paint, and ink. By legalizing it, it will allow people to grow it and produce products off of what they do grow. And this could potentially open up more more job opportunities for people, which would then in turn bring more money into the economy, which could pull us out of debt potentially. Obviously, with great value, there still needs to be some regulation. If marijuana were to be legalized, we as a people could petition that there needs to be punishments and reprimands for illegal usage and illegal selling of the product, just as you would with alcohol or tobacco products. There should also be background checks conducted for those that are wanting to open businesses and start selling them. Depending on certain criminal activities that you have been involved in the past, not including obviously possession of marijuana, should go towards that background check. There should also be a tax on the production and sale of marijuana. Those who choose to grow it and open a business and sell the product should be given their own tax bracket and have to report properly the selling and issuance of marijuana so their taxes could be assessed accordingly. Cannabis could essentially be the cure-all for our nation. Marijuana can be a huge medical breakthrough for our nation, as well as give us many benefits in economic value by producing not only medicine, but by producing household products, giving back in job opportunities, which could fix our debt deficit. But by giving marijuana economic power, there would be some regulation to its production and consumption to ensure our nation may enjoy the many benefits.